So today I'm going to speak about 4 surprising ways that is going to quite drastically improve your muscle mass, okay? Before I dive into it, welcome back to the show. If you're watching this on YouTube, like, comment, press subscribe. If you're on the podcast, appreciate you tuning in. So let's dive into it. Basically, a lot of people get a misconception about building muscle. I still speak to a lot of guys that are like, I don't want to get big, I don't want to look like a meathead. But if you're watching this, you probably just want to get lean, right? You want to get rid of 10 kilos, 15, 20 kilos, and you want to improve cognitive function and your body composition. Now, you need to build muscle for this to work. If you want to get lean, then you have to focus around building muscle rather than trying to always think about losing weight. And this is where people go wrong. Building muscle is literally a better term for fat loss, okay? Because if you're not getting stronger or building muscle, then you're never ever going to get lean. This is why guys that do a lot of cardio always struggle with their body composition. So I'm going to tell you how you can increase this quite fast and the 4 key main factors that you want to consider while you're trying to get into shape. Again, this is not just to be a muscle head. By the way, it takes maybe 10, 15, 20 years if you want to absolutely like a proper gorilla. As you can see, I'm not massive, I'm lean, I'm athletic, and I've been training 18 years in the gym, lifting weights. Again, I'm not a big, fat, ugly meathead, right? So don't worry, you're not going to become one of those. So first way you can increase this quite drastically is, if you want to build muscle, one of the best things to do is train more frequently that certain muscle group. What I mean by that is, let's say you want to improve your chest, a lot of chest fat. You want to speed up the recovery of increasing muscle here and get rid of that sort of chest fat. For example, instead of training for 1 hour a week on your chest, the best thing to do is train twice a week for 20 minutes. Frequency is more important than the volume, okay, which most people don't understand or don't get. Same if you want to grow your shoulders or get a better back. 1 session is good if you're trying to lose weight, but if you want to speed it up, doing it twice a week is good, which is why in our private program, by the way, we structure the training so you only need 2.5 hours a week and you're hitting every muscle group pretty much twice. Large muscle groups, that is, okay? So that's number 1, frequency is better than volume. Number 2 is, I'll go to the nutrition a little bit, it is protein, guys. You've probably heard this, but you need to be consuming enough protein. If you're training all the time, you're trying to get lean and you're not quite hitting that protein intake, then you're gonna take a long time. So the best way to shoot for this is aim between 0.8 grams to 1 gram of protein per pound of goal body weight. Goal body weight is very important because you might be thinking, Jesus, I'm like 280 pounds. I'm not going to eat 280 pounds of protein. So think of it as towards your goal weight. So if your goal weight is 210 pounds or 200 pounds or 190, that's your target. So calculate 0.8 of that from grams of protein into your pounds. And that's what you want to be hitting every day. And honestly, truth be told, if you just focused on that for the next 4 weeks, you will lose weight just by eating more protein and training without even measuring too many calories intake, all right? So that's number 2. Number 3 is the type of exercise you're doing. So for example, the other day I was in the gym and there was a guy and he'd do like, the reverse flies. He'd be like reverse flying on stuff. He'd be bicep curling, tricep dipping, sitting on the machine, doing the shoulders. Basically, this is not going to do anything. These are all isolation movement, right? They're not burning any calories. You're not hitting the big muscle groups. You are wasting your time. I would rather stay at home or spend more time with my kids or work on my business than rather just do that bullshit, all right? So if you're gonna go into the gym, go in there with intent, do the right thing. What you should be doing is focusing on the compound lifts. Now there's top 5, okay? You have squats, you have a deadlift, you have an overhead press, you have a bench press, and you have there's a few, but I would go over bent over row. You could go into sort of pull-ups or tricep dips, but I prefer bent over row over those. Those 5 exercises, you just wanna get better at those, okay? Even in our program, we only stick to 7 to 11 exercises. You don't need nothing fancy, you just need to get better at what you're doing, okay? Now with those 5 exercises, this is gonna pack on muscle the quickest. If you get better at those 5 exercises, your strength will literally increase at least 300% within the sort of first few months. You'll be quite shocked at how much this can improve. So that's your 3, frequency over volume. You've got your protein, you've got your certain exercises. Now, 4th one is your tempo, how you train, because going to the gym and doing like CrossFit, running around 10 reps, 30 seconds, quick, right? Doing the circuit sort of training, like F45, you need to be training right. For example, if you're doing an incline press with dumbbells and you're just getting to 10, you're like, yeah, great, next set, This is going to take you a very long time to build muscle and get results. Okay, you want to be getting the best ROI on your 45 minutes in the gym. So if you've got 10 reps on something, make sure you're goddamn hitting 10 reps to failure. What I mean by that is getting to the 8th, 9th, 10th rep and you're almost sort of dropping it. This is how you need to be training, and you need to be going full range of motion so you get a nice stretch on your exercise. Lat pull down. You see a lot of guys just hold it like this and they're just pulling down like this. This is not full stretch. So you want to be stretching right up and pulling right down in. Okay, that's what I mean by full range of motion. When you do stuff, don't fully extend so your arms are locked and your joints are locked. Keep it sort of 95% bent. That's going to be your full range of motion, and you're going to get a stretch on each exercise. That's pretty much how you're just going to nail all of what I just said. Not probably the most important one, but that's going to really help you and get you good at training, because it's a little bit of an art to training, like anything, right? You'll get good at it, you've got to practice it, and you're going to master those exercises, and they're going to last you your entire life. That's pretty much the quickest way you're going to improve muscle mass and get lean and in shape. However, if you want to skip all of what I've just said and all of my other videos, go down below and you can literally book in a free health audit with me or my team, and I will explain to you how our peak man transformation system works, where if you don't lose 10 kilos in 90 days, we pretty much coach you for free until you've hit that goal. All right, so you can go down below, you can click and book in a free audit call. Either way, I can point you in the right direction, and it'd be good to chat. All right, appreciate you tuning in, and take care.